And now John and Hannah Huppy join us in studio. I feel like we've become friends since we met and have kind of been chronicling your journey from the start, and now it's real. Does it feel different now than it's real, or is it kind of like you're prepared and it just has to happen?
It's weird that it's actually finally here after like 2 years of preparing for it. It's like I can't wait for it to happen, and I'm also like, time needs to slow down. I have so many little things I'm trying to make sure get done before we leave.
I know that you are obviously the rowing coach at Tulane University, but you're also a team member in this. Has it been coaching a team? Are you like a player coach in this? How has the process been for you?
All of the above. I think the nice thing is I always look to challenge myself, because the kids that I coach at Tulane are always looking up to me. So if I'm out there working hard, usually they're right behind me working hard or harder. So it's been fun to kind of lead the way for them, and they're learning a lot through this as much as I am.
Has it flown by since you all announced you were doing this, or does it seem like, boy, it's been a long 18 months, 2 years to get to this point?
It's been a little bit of both. As Hannah mentioned, there are times when things are moving really fast because there's just so much to do, and it's like, oh my gosh, we got one more thing to do. We got to order this, order that, order this. There are other moments when I'm like forcing myself to slow down and just soak it in, because this is such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're going to experience so many cool things. So I also want to make sure that we have time to soak that in, take the right pictures, have the right video, and capture as many memories as we can.
I got a bunch of questions. I'm sorry if I go all over the place. You all have a young daughter, and one of the things you told me is you're going to be the first woman to do this. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're trying to set a Guinness World Record,
Right.
or a few Guinness World Records. So I'm going after the Guinness World Record for the first woman to do this land-to-land crossing.
How important is that for not only your young daughter, but for young women everywhere? You talked to me about showing what's possible, that to be the first to do something, you kind of break that ceiling and let others know this is perfectly possible.
Yeah, it's been really, really cool being able to tell the story about how we're trying this and attempting it, and if it works out, if it doesn't work out exactly how we want, like it's that still story of resilience and empowering girls like Hazel, my daughter, to know that it's possible. We did a presentation at her school, and all the little girls, like, they're so excited, and to me it's really cool thinking that they're all growing up knowing that, like, Hazel's mom can row across the Arctic Ocean.
I was going to say, you all look like superheroes when you come in all fit and everything. So you're right. If you accomplish something like this, you are real life superheroes, especially to young people. You're going with Jimmy Graham and you're going with a Navy SEAL. You all are going to be rowing 24 hours, living in close quarters together. Obviously, people are interested in Jimmy Graham. He wasn't like you. You all were members of Team USA rowing. You all have been accomplished in your sport. He's the fish out of water. Is he now a fish in water? Has he adapted enough to do this?
Yeah, I mean, first off, he's an accomplished sailor as well. I'll add that to the many, many lists of things that he's amazing at. So he's actually very comfortable in the water. Really, it's just learning the sport of rowing. And we've pushed him, obviously, to learn. And we've actually had him in a rowing race this past fall. That was a lot of fun, up at Head of the Charles in Boston. So it was cool to have him get a glimpse of our life and our sport and see how he does. And he did great, by the way.
The response, I mean, look, obviously there's been major media affiliates that are at the national level that have taken an interest in this. Is that surprising, or is that kind of, no, you're doing this as a charitable endeavor and to raise awareness and to show what's possible? Are you happy to have all the media attention that you have?
Of course, like, we're trying to do this to raise money for two local New Orleans charities, Covenant House New Orleans and Laureus Sport for Good New Orleans. So the more attention it can get, the better, because it lets us really get to talk about the causes and kind of the inspiration mission behind the whole thing.
The charities, if we could touch on that, you all have a connection, I know, to at least Laureus through a Tulane classmate as well. How did you all pick these charities? Were they just kind of near and dear to you? Was it because of personal connections? How did you land on these two?
So with Laureus, we've been involved with New Orleans Rowing Club for the last 10 years, and Laureus is one of the ways that we've integrated the youth rowing here in New Orleans. So we'd already had experience with working with Tiffany and Laureus New Orleans, and saw all the amazing work that they're doing for youth sports. So was a natural choice for us to want to raise funds for them. And then Covenant House, Jimmy has a strong connection with his background being homeless and he's really excited about inspiring all the young people who get access to basic needs through Covenant House.
One of the things I talked to you all about when we first found out about this is people go, that's exhilarating and that's adventurous, but that's a little bit crazy too, to row across the Arctic trying to set a world record in like 10 days. You know, is that still the response, kind of like, you're doing what? When you all tell people where you're going and what you're doing?
Yeah, it's type 2 fun, for sure. It takes a special character, but I think the four of us, we really are always looking to push ourselves, and when you're pushing yourself constantly, you always have to up the ante somehow. So for us, this is weirdly kind of a natural next step, if you would. Didn't have to be this necessarily, but this is just how it shook out, and we're really excited. And as much as this is going to be fun, I can't wait to the next thing that we do. Who knows what that could be?
I was just going to say, the next thing, let's just, you know, this is, you know, if I set one world record, I'd probably say retired from something like that. If we could, where are you all on the scheduling standpoint right now? Is the boat there? How early do you all have to get there and kind of get acclimated to everything from a scheduling standpoint?
Yeah, so we fly out to Norway on the 1st. We'll be there July 1st. Then our weather window starts on July 6th. So our boat is already there. We have to get there, repack the boat, get situated, make sure everything's working, and then starting July 6th, we could leave anytime, depending on the weather.
So it's one of those things, I know you all talked about that, because this is, I mean, not treacherous conditions, but it could be some pretty intense conditions. So the window, it could be any day depending on, starting on the 6th, and then you just, on a minute's notice, are ready to go, and then you try to make it in, I believe it's 10 days for the world record, or 11 days?
It's 15 and a half days.
Oh, okay.
So 2 weeks, let's
But
call
10
it.
days 10 days sounds great
look,
to
I'm trying
me.
to give you, like, shatter the world record
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and the storm pattern up there is about every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you kind of do the math there. We probably will be launching out in a storm, on the back end of a storm, and then being chased in theory, by a storm into the harbor, into Svalbard. So there's a chance that the weather window is shorter. So we could be out there in the middle of a storm and might have to hunker down on the boat for a day or two. That's usually, you know, something that you plan for. So that we have full expectations that probably happens at least once in the row.
And we're working with a weather router. He's the British Olympic sailing weather router, Simon Rowell. And Jimmy actually flew out and met him in the UK a couple of weeks ago. So him and Jimmy are the weather guys, the navigation guys. Like, Jimmy's going to tell us, working with Simon, when it's time to go, and we're gonna trust him and get out there.
And just final question here. And look, I'm a born and raised New Orleanian. I know you all are adopted New Orleanians. You met here at Tulane University. You're raising your daughter here. I always say we need more amazing people like you in our community. Is there a little bit of a nervous energy right now? You all have rowed at the highest levels, but this is truly something new. I always look at it and say a nervous energy is good. Do you all feel it? Is it a nervous energy, or is it just an energy? Just kind of, if you could tell me more about your emotions right now as you get ready for this.
Yeah, I think we're all excited to get out there. Like, I know I'm gonna have a hard time once I'm there. I want to be on the boat. I want to be rowing across the Arctic. I'm so excited to be out there. I've loved our training, and I feel ready.
Before you answer that, do you kind of use that as fuel? I mean, look, you all are a married couple. You have a wonderful child. Her excitement, does that kind of push you? Do you push her and kind of fuel? I have a twin brother, and if he's excited about something, it makes me excited about something. Is that fair to say that her excitement makes you more excited?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's why we like doing these with the team member, you know, and being able to live with one of your team members is special. We were fortunate to be able to do that on the U.S. national team too. And I think for all four of us, that's the kind of commonality, is we were all part of amazing teams, the U.S. SEALs, the Saints, other football teams, the U.S. national team. So these are all really special environments where the person behind you and side by side with you, you know they've got your back. And so it's even closer for us, you know, having been together now for 15 years. So of course we share emotions together all the time.
Yeah, it's great. Look, we've just done a 10-minute conversation. I probably could have done a 30-minute conversation because I talk a lot. But I've said this before. It makes me proud that you all represent Tulane and New Orleans and all of us. So John and Hannah Huppy, good luck. We'll be following you. And I truly hope you break the world record. And we're celebrating when you get back.
Great.
Great.
Thank
you so much.